The Pennsylvania State Education Association has released a new report highlighting key facts and data, things like public schools, teacher compensation, staffing, funding, and student performance. Joining us live is Chris Lilienthal, the Assistant Director of Communications at the Pennsylvania State Education Association. Chris, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So let's start with teacher pay. We've seen and we reported on teachers around the state asking for higher wages. Can you talk about the salaries today compared to past years?
Sure. When we look at starting salaries for teachers in Pennsylvania, we're at about $50,000 a year. And when we compare that to where starting teacher salaries were 30 some years ago in the mid 1990s, the buying power has been lost there. Inflation adjusted, we've seen a 12% decline in those starting salaries. And we have seen that affect the number of teachers we have coming into new positions.
And I want to get back to this in a little bit, but I want to report on the details of student performance. How are kids doing in the classroom?
Well, the good news is when we look at how students in Pennsylvania are doing across the state and compare them to students in other states, Pennsylvania has among the best public schools in the nation. That's the good news. We looked at a series of tests that were known as the nation's report card from the National Assessment of Educational Progress. And we found that students at the 4th grade and 8th grade level, reading and math scores outpaced most other states across the board.
Yeah, so that's great to hear. Can you talk to us about the gaps, though? What do districts need to do to help improve performance, and where does Pennsylvania need to improve?
Sure. So one area where we certainly could see some improvement in terms of student achievement is in the area of SAT scores. We rank 30th among the 50 states when it comes to SAT scores. So there's some work to be done there. But when we look at where students are at in terms of basic math, basic reading, we're doing pretty good. We just need to keep that progress going. And we need to particularly focus on students at the 8th grade level going into high school. That's where we do see some achievement slipping. You have things, all sorts of distractions that start to come into the world when you are a middle school student or a high school student, things like cell phones, cars, dating, all these sorts of things. And we just need to make sure that we continue to engage students, keep their focus on academics.
Yeah, absolutely. So a major talking point for the Pennsylvania's budget this year was an increase in public education funding. Back to teacher salary. I mean, how will that money be used? Will it help with salaries, and what funding issues still exist?
Yeah, so when we look at teacher salaries and we look at the incredible investments that have been made into public education over the last couple of years, if we go back to 2020, 2021, and we look at the state share of school funding in Pennsylvania, we were at about 30%. That was the lowest point in history. By 2022, 23, we are up to 37%. When we look, when the final numbers come in for the school year that just finished, I think we're going to see an even bigger uptick. And that really is so important, because if you look historically, the state has historically, going back to the 70s, funded about 50 to 55% of the overall cost of schools. So when we shift away from state funding, we leave it up to local school communities. That drives up property taxes, and that also forces school districts to make really difficult decisions like reducing salaries for teachers. So if we want to be competitive, if we want to attract the best and brightest to be teachers in our children's schools, we need to make sure that that funding is there and that it continues to be there.
All right, Chris Lilienthal, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.